All right, so before you even jump into a free course, there's this one decision you've got to make. And honestly, this single choice, it's going to shape everything you get out of the experience. It really is the difference between just knowing something and actually doing something with it.
You know that spark you get when you learn something new? Well, right after that moment, people basically split off onto two totally different paths. Let's break down what those look like.
So, you've got most people over here. They'll watch a training, they'll feel that amazing rush of inspiration, and then, well, life happens, they move on. But then you've got this other group. It's a smaller group. They don't just watch. They actually build while they learn. And they're the ones who walk away with something tangible, something real.
So why does this even happen? I mean, why do so few people actually end up in that second group and become builders? This gets us to the very core of what we call the momentum problem.
Now, it's super easy to think, oh, the difference is just talent, right? Like some people are just born with it. But that's not it at all. In fact, that's probably one of the biggest myths that holds people back.
The real game changer here isn't talent. It's structure. It's not about who you are. It's about having a system, a framework, to actually put your ideas to work.
Just think about it for a second. That aha moment is amazing, right? But it's also kind of fleeting. It's like a spark, but a spark isn't enough to keep a fire going. You need fuel. And without a way to channel that initial energy, it just fizzles out. And this is exactly where most of us get stuck. Without a system, what do you do with those awesome ideas that pop into your head during a lesson? How do you turn a gut feeling into actual buildable steps? And, when things get messy and unclear, which they always do, what keeps you grounded? Nothing. You just end up overthinking everything again.
And that right there, that is exactly why the Builder's Toolkit was created. It's designed specifically to solve this momentum problem, to give you that structure you've been missing. So let's see how it works.
Okay, the absolute best way to think about this toolkit is like an operating system for the course, right? Your computer's OS handles all the complicated stuff in the background so you can just focus on what you're doing. Well, this toolkit does the exact same thing for your learning and building process.
And this is the bottom line right here. This is how learning finally turns into execution. It's the bridge that closes that huge gap between knowing something and actually doing something. It takes you from just watching a lesson to bringing those ideas to life in real time. Okay, so what's actually in this thing? What's inside this operating system? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the specific tools you get to help you build right alongside the lessons.
So inside, you're getting a complete system. You've got tools to help you plan things out, like the workbook and the first build blueprint. They give you a super clear starting point. Then you've got tools to actually help you build, like the AI spec tool, which is amazing for turning your ideas into real requirements, and the prompt vault for when you get stuck. And finally, tools to help you finish strong, like the production-ready checklist so you don't get stuck in perfectionism, and the founder mindset reframes to get you through those moments of doubt. See, every single piece is designed to get rid of a specific roadblock.
All right, now let's talk about why this is something you decide on before the course and the thinking behind the price. This is all really, really intentional.
So look, if you were to go out and get all these tools separately, through different programs or consulting or subscriptions, the actual value is easily over $1,000. But the toolkit, it's just $49. And there's a really good reason for that.
Yep, $49. And let me be super clear, this isn't a subscription, there are no recurring fees, it's a single one-time investment in how you're choosing to show up for this course. It's a commitment to being a builder.
And this really gets to the heart of it. The price is so low for a reason. The goal isn't to make money here. The purpose is to create momentum. It's priced to be a no-brainer, an easy yes for anyone who's actually serious about building something. So here's the crucial part. This decision has to be made now. The toolkit is only offered before the free content starts. Why? Because the whole point is to help you build while you learn. The second you start watching the lessons, that unique window of opportunity, it's gone.
So this all brings us back to that big choice we talked about right at the start. This isn't really about buying a product. It's about choosing an identity for yourself.
Let's be really, really clear on this. You are not buying more content. You're not just getting another download. The course itself, that's free. This is something else entirely.
It's about making a commitment. It's about deciding right now, before you even hit play on that first video, how you're going to show up. Are you going to be a passive observer, or are you going to be an active creator?
And so, this is the question it all boils down to. It's a really simple choice, but it's one that's going to completely change what you walk away with. So, which is it going to be? A watcher or a builder? The choice is all yours.